Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us today. If this is your first CloudEagle webinar, welcome aboard. And if you attended one of our sessions before, great to have you back. Today we are talking about Adobe License Management. Adobe is one of those tools that almost every company relies on. Creative teams, marketing, product design, even a HR and sales team often use it in some way. Despite how widely Adobe is used, it's also one of the hardest tools to manage effectively. Most IT teams struggle to answer very basic questions like who actually needs a full Creative Cloud license, which licenses are actively being used, and which are just sitting idle. Are we paying for premium plans when standard access would do? And what happens to Adobe Access when employee changes roles or leaves? In many organizations, this is still tracked manually, often in spreadsheets. But in a lot of cases, ex employees or inactive users continue to hold Adobe licenses. That's not just wasted spend, it also creates governance and access risks. At CloudEagle, this is exactly what we help teams solve. We give IT, procurement, and security teams clear visibility into Adobe usage, along with automation to manage licenses proactively instead of scrambling at renewal time. Today's session is very practical. Joel is going to walk you through a live demo and show how CloudEagle helps you identify unused Adobe licenses, right size plans, automate offboarding, and stay ahead of renewals. With that, I'll hand it over to Joel to take us through the demo.
Hey, let's look at how to manage Adobe licenses with CloudEagle. So the first step is to integrate CloudEagle with your internal systems and directly with Adobe in order for CloudEagle to fetch all the necessary user data, licenses and contract data. In order for you to do that, you have to head to the admin panel, and there you'll be able to see the SSO finance systems, direct integrations, and HRIS. The SSO systems will provide the necessary login data, and the HRIS will provide you the user data. And if you have a content management platform, you can directly integrate with the content management platform, and through which CloudEagle will be able to fetch all the licenses. If you have your contracts as a PDF, you'll also be able to upload it directly to the platform, and CloudEagle's metadata extraction will extract all the license data and populate it in the platform. So that integrations is something very crucial because it will give you all the detailed usage level data, deeper usage insights into the platform. This will help you optimize your licenses or renegotiate with the vendors if you are planning to downgrade your licenses to a lower tier. So once the integrations is done, we head to the application dashboard. And I'm looking for, you can, once you have integrated, you will be able to manage all your Adobe stack, the Adobe suite. So I'm going to look at Adobe. So the first thing that I'll be able to see is the license dashboard. So here you can see all the purchase licenses, all the provisioned, how many users have provisioned, and what's the usage on each of these licenses. And you'll also be able to see the potential savings. So potential savings is something that's calculated based on the low usage and based on the recommendations that CloudEagle say provides you. Right. So in this dashboard, you can check the activity type, and you can also set the usage period. So from when do you want to see the usage? It's 15, 30, up to 1 year. You'll be able to see the usage data. And here you can see all the license type bought, which is the Enterprise, Pro, or whatsoever. And you'll be able to see the usage, the unit price, the total cost, and the potential savings. It's not just the licenses. You'll also be able to see the users data as well, how many users have been provisioned to these licenses, when they were provisioned, and what's their activity type. So from where these data is being fetched from, right? And like I said, through direct integrations, you'll be able to see the detailed usage insights. So through activity logs, it shows empty because it's a demo instance. But once the integrations are done, you'll be able to see what type of activity the particular user is performing, or say department or say job title, and from where they are performing this activity, and for how long where they're using the platform. So these data is very crucial because it will help you ensure that your investments are not going to waste, and your investments are giving you a better ROI. And another interesting feature in the license management is the AI recommendations. So this AI recommendation is kind of analyzes the number of licenses you purchase and how many has been approved. It will give you a summarized version of the actions that you need to take. So here I can see how much I can save, how many users are there without activity, and what's the percentage of activity, and do I want to deprovision them. And I'll also be able to see what's the savings potential that I have, and if I can optimize my contract by downgrading the licenses to a lower tier, and how can I improve the adoption, and how can I make better license sharing or license pooling. So all of these data, the AI will summarize it for you, so you don't have to scratch your head on how do I optimize my license, my Adobe license. The AI recommendations will provide you a summarized version of the actions that you need to take. So now that's a dilemma, right? So let's say your usage is low. A user is not using the licenses properly. So you can go here, you can select that particular user, and you can send them an email, or you can deprovision them directly from the license dashboard. But this will be a manual process because you have to analyze you have to check each and every user, analyze their usage, and then deprovision them. So instead of doing that, there is a very simple process where you have to head to auto access management and auto deprovisioning, and there you'll be able to see the license harvesting module. And here we add a rule. So I'm adding Adobe. So how many days should I set the criteria for? So if there is no activity in the past 30 days, let me deprovision them. When do I want the rule to be executed? Is it once a week or once a month? So I select that, and I can choose. So the next process will be they will be sent an email that hey, you're not logged into Adobe, and we are deprovisioning you from the license. So if they want to continue using it, they can keep my account. They can click yes, keep my account. And if there is no response, they can once you enable automatically deprovision user, they'll be automatically deprovision from the license, so you can harvest it, and either you can downgrade it to a lower tier or reassign it to a user who needs it. So this is how simple it is to manage your licenses. All you have to do, the first step is to integrate with the platform, and then head to the application dashboard, and you'll directly be able to see the licenses purchase and licenses provision and the detailed usage insights. And through the license harvesting module, you'll be able to see you'll be able to harvest unused licenses, and reclaim these licenses, and either you can downgrade it to a lower tier or you can reassign it to a user who needs it. So your investments, either you can optimize it to save on spend, or you can make sure that your investments are giving you the right ROI.
Thanks, Joel. That was a great walkthrough. I want to take a couple of minutes to tie everything together. What you just saw wasn't only about managing Adobe licenses more effectively, it's about changing how teams think about license governance overall. Instead of relying on assumptions, periodic audits, or renewal time panic, CloudEagle shows you what's actually happening with Adobe across your organizations. You can clearly see which Adobe licenses are being actively used, which users are underutilizing or not using licenses at all, where premium plans can be downgraded, and where access should be removed automatically during offboarding. Another area where teams see immediate value is contract and renewal visibility. CloudEagle pulls key information directly from your Adobe agreements. Renewal dates, notice periods, license entitlements, and pricing details are all centralized, so nothing gets missed. So, this is how teams uncover hidden waste they didn't even realize was there. And it's how many of our customers have saved significant costs by cleaning up licenses, standardizing access, and negotiating renewals with real usage data. The bigger picture is scale. Most mid-size and enterprise companies now manage hundreds of SaaS applications, and Adobe is often one of the most expensive and complex among them. Managing this manually just doesn't scale. CloudEagle helps teams stay ahead of that by bringing visibility, control, and automation into one place. If Adobe is coming up for renewal, or if you suspect you're over licensed, or if license and access management is still largely manual today, we would be happy to show you what this looks like in your own environment. Thanks again for joining us today. We really appreciate your time and we look forward to continue this conversation. Have a great day.